Have you ever looked at someone in their 70s, 80s, even 90s, moving with grace, effortlessly climbing stairs, living life on their own terms, and thought, I want that to be me? That vibrant independence, that ability to say yes to life, it's what we all hope for, isn't it? But what if I told you that something you might be doing right now with the best intentions could be silently undermining that very dream? Something as seemingly innocent as your daily vitamins. It's a shocking thought, I know. We're told that as we age, our food isn't what it used to be, that our bodies need extra support. So we turn to supplements, hoping to boost our health, protect our bones, and keep our legs strong. But here's the hidden truth that many don't realize. Some of these very supplements, when misunderstood or misused, can begin to chip away at your leg strength, throw off your balance, and steal your mobility, often without you even noticing until it's a significant problem. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on 5 common vitamins that, if not handled correctly, could be doing more harm than good to your precious leg strength. And trust me, the 5th one on this list, it's a wolf in sheep's clothing and potentially the riskiest of them all. We'll not only expose these pitfalls, but also arm you with the knowledge to navigate supplementation safely and effectively so you can truly support your body. Before we dive in, I have a question for you. What's one activity you absolutely cherish that relies on your strength and mobility that you want to keep doing for as many years as possible? Drop your answer in the comments below. I'd love to hear what independence means to you. And if you believe that aging powerfully is your birthright and you want access to information that can genuinely help you achieve that, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell right now. You are not going to want to miss the vital insights we're about to share. Friends, putting this information together isn't just about listing facts. It involves deep research, sifting through studies, and understanding the real-world implications for people just like you, perhaps even for your own parents or grandparents. We are passionate about sharing knowledge that can genuinely transform lives, and we do it because we believe everyone deserves the chance to live with strength and dignity. Your support by subscribing and liking this video allows us to continue this work and reach more people who desperately need this information. It's a free way to say thank you and help us grow this community of empowered individuals. All right, are you ready to uncover these potential saboteurs? Let's get started. 1. Vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin with a shadow. We all know vitamin D is the darling of bone health, crucial for strong muscles and overall mobility, especially as we get older. It helps us absorb calcium, supports our immune system, and is key for muscle performance. So how on earth could this superstar nutrient actually weaken your legs? Here's the critical detail often missed. Vitamin D is a team player. It works best in harmony with 2 other vital nutrients, vitamin K2 and magnesium. Without these partners, your body can struggle to manage calcium properly. Instead of calcium going to your bones where it belongs, it can start to build up in the wrong places, like your arteries, your joints, and even your muscles. Think of it like a construction crew showing up with a truckload of bricks, calcium, but no foreman to tell them where to build, and no workers to help move the bricks. Chaos ensues. And that's exactly where the trouble begins. Research shows that too much vitamin D without enough K2 and magnesium can lead to muscle cramps, weakness, stiffness, and pain, particularly in the legs. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlighted that imbalances in vitamin D and K2 can increase the risk of arterial calcification. Imagine your arteries, which supply blood to your leg muscles, slowly hardening. This can absolutely affect blood flow and muscle function in your lower limbs. It's crucial to understand that consistently taking high doses, say over 4,000 IU daily, without this careful balancing act can lead to vitamin D toxicity. This throws your body's mineral balance out of whack and can manifest as weakness, fatigue, and compromised neuromuscular function, all things that directly impact your leg strength. So, what's the smart way to supplement? Aim for a balanced ratio of D3 to K2. A good rule of thumb is 1,000 IU of D3 to every 10 micrograms of K2. So if you're taking 5,000 IU of D3, you'd pair it with about 50 micrograms of K2. And don't forget magnesium. It's essential for activating vitamin D in your body and preventing that dangerous calcium overload. This one is subtle, isn't it? But the next one might surprise you even more, as it's something heavily marketed to seniors. Calcium, the bone builder that can backfire. Now, calcium isn't technically a vitamin, but we absolutely must talk about it because calcium supplements are pushed so heavily on older adults as the holy grail for bone strength. The promise is strong bones, fewer fractures. But the reality can be a harsh wake-up call. Here's what you might find shocking. Calcium supplements, especially when taken incorrectly, can actually compromise your leg strength and even increase your risk of falls and fractures. It seems counterintuitive, right? Calcium doesn't magically find its way to your bones. Just like with vitamin D, it needs escorts: vitamin D itself, vitamin K2, and magnesium. These nutrients act like traffic cops, directing calcium to your skeleton. Without them, calcium can wander off and deposit in soft tissues, your arteries, your muscles. This can lead to stiffness, reduced circulation, cramps, and yes, leg pain. Imagine your leg muscles becoming less pliable, your blood vessels less flexible. That's not a recipe for strong, agile legs. A 2010 study in the British Medical Journal found that calcium supplementation alone, without vitamin D, was linked to an increased risk of heart attack. And more recently, research in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society revealed that high-dose calcium supplementation didn't significantly reduce fracture risk in older adults and, worryingly, was associated with instances of muscle weakness and reduced mobility. Here's the key takeaway. Get your calcium primarily from food, not pills. Why? Because calcium from food is absorbed slowly, naturally, and comes packaged with other nutrients that help your body use it effectively. Think dark leafy greens like kale and collards, but be mindful of oxalates with spinach. Sesame seeds, sardines with bones, almonds, and tofu. These sources provide calcium in a bioavailable form your body can handle, minimizing the risk of harmful buildup. For seniors, it's wise to limit calcium supplements unless specifically guided by a healthcare professional who also ensures you're getting those crucial co-nutrients. Otherwise, you could be slowly chipping away at your leg strength and setting yourself up for mobility issues. If you've ever been confused about calcium or felt pressure to take high doses, type a 2 in the comments below. You're not alone. The next vitamin is a common one, found in many multivitamins, but too much can be a stealthy problem. Vitamin A, the vision vitamin with a vulnerability. Vitamin A is essential, no doubt about it. It's crucial for good vision, a robust immune system, and healthy skin. But here's the unexpected twist. Excessive intake can pose a hidden threat to your leg strength. And unfortunately, many seniors are unknowingly getting far more than they need. How does this happen? It's easier than you think. Many older adults take a daily multivitamin. Then perhaps they add a bone health formula and maybe an immune booster during cold season. If you look closely at the labels, you'll often find that vitamin A is present in all of them, leading to overlapping doses. You could be consuming significantly more than the recommended daily intake without even realizing it. The real concern with vitamin A is this: it's fat-soluble. Unlike water-soluble vitamins like C and B vitamins, where your body can easily flush out any excess, vitamin A gets stored in your system, primarily in the liver and fat tissues. This means it can gradually build up to potentially toxic levels over time. What does this mean for your legs? Research indicates that an overabundance of vitamin A can lead to muscle and bone deterioration, fatigue, joint discomfort, and an increased risk of fractures. A review in the New England Journal of Medicine pointed out that prolonged high consumption of preformed vitamin A, the type often found in supplements and animal products, correlates with diminished bone mineral density and an increased risk of fractures, especially in older adults. Weaker bones and muscles directly translate to diminished leg strength and a higher likelihood of falls. The maximum safe upper intake for adults is 3,000 micrograms or 10,000 IU of preformed vitamin A daily, and that includes all sources, supplements, and fortified foods. Beta-carotene, the plant-derived form, is generally safer as your body converts it to vitamin A as needed, but even that can accumulate if you're taking massive supplement doses. The message here is vigilance. If you're taking multiple supplements, scrutinize those labels. You might be overdosing on vitamin A without knowing it, and over time, this could be silently eroding your leg strength, your energy, and your independence. Feeling a bit concerned? The next one is also widely praised, but the form you take matters immensely. Vitamin E, the antioxidant that can age you poorly. Vitamin E is famous for its powerful antioxidant properties and its supposed benefits for heart health. But there's a crucial insight here that many people, especially seniors, are missing. Using the wrong kind or taking too much vitamin E can slowly but surely contribute to a decline in leg strength and overall vitality. Here's the big red flag: synthetic vitamin E supplements, often labeled as DL-alpha-tocopherol. This synthetic version is commonly found in cheaper supplements and many generic multivitamins. The problem? Studies suggest that DL-alpha-tocopherol is metabolized differently by the body compared to natural vitamin E. High doses of this synthetic form have been linked to muscle weakness, fatigue, and impaired neuromuscular function, particularly in older adults. Even natural forms of vitamin E, like D-alpha-tocopherol, can be problematic in excessive amounts. Like vitamin A, vitamin E is fat-soluble and accumulates in the body. Too much can interfere with vitamin K function, essential for blood clotting and bone health, lead to excessive blood thinning, and negatively impact muscle and nerve health. Some research even suggests that high-dose vitamin E supplementation, especially above 400 IU daily, might increase the risk of all-cause mortality and could negatively affect muscle performance, particularly in older adults. Balance and moderation are key. For seniors, it's best to stay within established dietary guidelines, which recommend about 15 milligrams or 22.4 IU per day for adults from all sources, food and supplements combined. So, what's the best approach? Prioritize getting the full spectrum of vitamin E, including tocotrienols, a more potent and protective form, from whole food sources rather than isolated high-dose tocopherol supplements. Tocotrienols are found in foods like red palm oil, sustainably sourced, rice bran oil, annatto, and various nuts and seeds. These provide antioxidant benefits without the potential risks tied to high tocopherol levels. If your diet is already rich in healthy fats, nuts, seeds, and plant oils, you might not even need a vitamin E supplement. If you do choose one, look for a mixed tocopherol/tocotrienol formula and always keep your intake at safe, moderate levels. Don't let something meant to protect you inadvertently weaken your stride. Did you know about the difference between synthetic and natural vitamin E or about tocotrienols? If this is new information for you, drop a 4 in the comments. And now for the vitamin that I warned you about at the beginning. This one, when misused, could pose the most significant, direct risk to your leg strength and mobility, and it's something many people are completely unaware of. Vitamin B6, the nerve attacker in high doses. Of all the vitamins we've discussed, this one could be the sneakiest and most dangerous for your legs. Many people are completely in the dark about this. We're talking about vitamin B6. Let me be crystal clear. Vitamin B6 itself is not bad. In fact, it's essential. It plays a vital role in nerve function, red blood cell production, brain health, protein metabolism, and cognitive development. Your body absolutely needs it. The problem, overwhelmingly, is the dosage people are getting, especially through supplements. For adults over 50, the recommended daily intake of vitamin B6 is around 1.5 to 1.7 milligrams per day. Yet, walk into any health food store or pharmacy and you'll see supplements boasting 50 milligrams, 100 milligrams, or even 500 milligrams of B6 per single serving. That's thousands of % more than your body actually requires. Here's where it gets incredibly risky. Yes, vitamin B6 is water-soluble, which often leads people to believe that any excess is simply flushed out. However, at chronically high levels, it can build up in the body and cause toxicity, specifically nerve damage, neuropathy. What kind of nerve damage are we talking about? It often starts subtly: tingling, numbness, burning sensations, or a pins and needles feeling, typically in the feet and legs. If ignored, this can progress to muscle weakness, loss of coordination, and difficulty walking. For an older adult, this translates directly to an inability to stand confidently, climb stairs safely, or maintain balance and mobility. Imagine wanting to go for a walk, but your legs feel weak and unreliable, or your feet are constantly buzzing. This is the devastating reality of B6-induced neuropathy. A study in the journal Neurology found that individuals taking high-dose B6 supplements over extended periods were at significant risk of developing sensory neuropathy, a nerve condition that can severely impact leg function and mobility. What's even more concerning? These symptoms can sometimes persist even after stopping the high-dose supplements. So, if you're taking a multivitamin, a B complex, an energy booster, or a mood support supplement, you must check the label for the total amount of B6 you're consuming. Many people are unknowingly stacking multiple products with high B6 levels, thinking it's harmless because it's water-soluble. For your nerves and your legs, it's anything but. Focus on getting B6 from food sources like bananas, chickpeas, salmon, and potatoes. If you do need to supplement, ensure the dose is in a reasonable range, perhaps 10-20 milligrams at most, unless a healthcare professional has prescribed a higher amount for a very specific, monitored reason. And one more critical caution related to B vitamins. If you are supplementing with vitamin B9, folic acid, or folate, it's essential to ensure you are also getting adequate vitamin B12. High intake of B9 can mask the signs of a B12 deficiency in blood tests. A B12 deficiency is incredibly serious because it can cause severe, sometimes irreversible nerve damage, which will profoundly affect leg strength, balance, and overall neurological function. To protect your nervous system and mobility, make sure your vitamin B12 is in a highly absorbable form like methylcobalamin or adenosylcobalamin, especially if you're over 60, as absorption naturally declines with age. This B6 information is so important. If you're going to check your supplement labels for B6 levels after watching this, please type a 5 in the comments so I know this resonated. Whew, that was a lot to take in. We've identified 5 vitamins that, when misused, can sneakily undermine your leg strength. But knowledge is power. Now that you're aware of these potential pitfalls, it's equally vital to equip you with effective, natural strategies to maintain and even enhance your leg strength, so you can stay active and independent well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Ultimately, it's not just about what you avoid, it's about what you do. First and foremost, keep moving. That old saying, use it or lose it, is undeniably true for your legs. Light daily activities like walking, gentle chair squats, or taking the stairs are crucial for maintaining muscle tone, improving balance, and promoting healthy circulation. Inactivity, on the other hand, quickly leads to muscle atrophy and stiffness. Make movement a non-negotiable part of your day. Next, take a hard look at your diet, especially your carbohydrate intake. High-carb diets, particularly those rich in sugar and refined grains, think white bread, pasta, sugary cereals, pastries, spike your insulin levels. Chronically high insulin can lead to inflammation and muscle degradation. As we age, our metabolism becomes more sensitive to these blood sugar swings. Minimizing bread, pasta, sweets, and ultra-processed foods can make a huge difference in your strength and energy. Don't underestimate the power of sunlight. Sensible, regular sun exposure is not just for vitamin D synthesis. It also boosts mood, improves sleep quality, and helps balance hormones, all vital for maintaining your overall vitality. Just 15 to 30 minutes of sun on your skin a few times a week can work wonders, especially if you can combine it with some light activity. And please remember magnesium. This is a big one. Magnesium is a powerhouse mineral involved in over 300 bodily processes, including muscle function, nerve signaling, energy production, and, as we discussed, vitamin D activation. Sadly, a vast number of people, especially over 60, are deficient and don't even know it. Include magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds, spinach, almonds, and avocados in your diet. Also consider a well-chosen magnesium supplement, particularly magnesium glycinate or malate, which are generally easier on the stomach and better absorbed. Finally, stay hydrated, invest in quality protein sources, and prioritize sleep. These fundamentals are often overlooked, but they are the bedrock of maintaining muscle strength and mobility as you age. The key is to approach supplementation with a discerning eye. Understand the interactions, assess your genuine needs, and always prioritize natural, whole-body ways to support your health from the ground up. Your legs are your pillars of independence, your ticket to engaging with the world. Caring for them isn't just about avoiding problems, it's about actively investing in your future vitality. If this video has provided you with valuable insights or made you rethink your approach to supplementation, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with friends or family members who could also benefit. And most importantly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our community. We're committed to bringing you more transformative content like this. Before you go, I'd love for you to answer that question from the beginning if you haven't yet, or share a new thought. What's one simple change based on what you learned today that you plan to make this week to support your leg strength and mobility? Let's learn from each other in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Take great care of those amazing legs, and I look forward to connecting with you in our next video.